old versus new. What we have here are two Breitling Navitimers 41. Both with, I would say, mercury silver. I know for a fact that this is mercury silver. I'm not sure about the name of this one. Both with gold markers and hands. Both chronographs. Both on brown straps, albeit one calf and one croco. And both on folding clasps. On paper, these are identical. In reality, they couldn't be farther apart. So in this video, I will just quickly go over the differences, like the physical difference, but also like wearability, and my advice on which one you should buy. Let's start with the most obvious differences. And in my opinion, those are the crystal and the band, the clasp particularly. If we look at the crystal, then this crystal is pretty flat and this one is way more domed. It also has like a second dome in it. And you can also really see it when with the AR reflecting, it will start to bend in the corners. This gives it a very different appearance, almost a bit more vintage feeling. Second big difference is the dial. The new one has a slight sunburst in it, whereas the old one is just flat. It does have somewhat of a sunburst on the stub dials, but that's not really pronounced. It's just a matte dial, and this one has a lovely little sunburst, giving a way more rich shade to the dial. Of course, there's difference in the movement, one being 7750, the other one BO1, so there's difference in the layout. I'm not going to address that. And then there's the logo. This one has the simple B logo. Love it or hate it, I'm impartial to it. And this one has the AOPA Breitling winged logo. I guess that's also a love it or hate it watch. In my opinion, it should come with the Breitling wings and the anchor. That's like this logo. That's quintessential Breitling. But I don't hate the AOPA logo. Speaking of the clasp, I am a big fan of the folding clasp that Breitling does because it tucks the extra part of the strap underneath. It's a very clean fit. It's also infinitely adjustable, so you can get just the right fit. That's a different story with this one. This is just a standard strap with holes, and the other part also just fits a normal buckle. So you can actually fit a buckle or the folding clasp. Initially, I hated the idea of having such a buckle, especially because it's the wrong way around. Like, you usually have the long part of the strap on the outside of your wrist, but Breitling decided to put it on the inside of your wrist. However, after wearing it for a while, I don't hate it. It's great. It's much lighter than this strap. And it's generally fine. Of course, I do miss the micro adjustability of that strap, but the slim profile of this strap adds a lot of character. As you can see, this one is way thicker. So then, what's it like wearing them? I think one of the big differences is the positioning of the spring bar. It's way lower on this one. The lugs are also way slimmer on the new model. And generally they taper down quite a bit more. As you can see, the strap is way lower. From a side profile, I definitely prefer this one. But on the wrist, they feel very similar. I wore them back to back, and one did not give me a better feeling than the other. So it's a draw there. Now, I think the most interesting aspect is I wear this watch a lot. And when I got this one, I started wearing it. I wore it for a week. And I would think my wife would notice that this is a different watch. So after a week, I asked, "Have you seen my new watch?" And she said, "It's the same watch." So I showed them side by side. I said, like, it's the same. I guess in a way, they are the same, but different. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? Ultimately, I think I prefer the new model, and that is mostly down to the subtle sunburst and the domed crystal. I don't know. It just gives a modern yet vintage vibe, whereas the other one is just a bit plain. Thanks for watching.